The shoes on aisle 7. Helen Moore had been behind the counter at Parker's Pharmacy for 29 years. At 61, she no longer needed a name tag to recognize people. She knew them by posture, by hesitation, by the way their hands hovered before opening a wallet. She knew who was doing fine and who was barely holding things together. That afternoon, her attention kept drifting toward aisle 7. A boy stood there holding a shoebox. He looked around 10 years old. His jacket was clean but faded, the kind that had lived more than one life. He shifted his weight from one foot to the other, careful not to step too hard. Helen watched as he lifted the lid, checked the shoes, then closed it again. He did this 3 times before finally walking toward the counter. "Excuse me, ma'am," he said quietly. "Yes, sweetheart," Helen replied. "My school shoes are broken," he said, lifting one foot slightly. The sole had split from the leather, barely holding on. "My teacher said I can't wear these anymore. My mom gets paid next week. I was wondering if I could take the shoes today and come back with the money." He swallowed before adding, "I can leave something here if you want." Helen felt her chest tighten. Policy echoed in her mind. No exceptions, no unpaid items. She had enforced those rules for years. She opened her mouth to speak when a calm voice came from behind the boy. "I'll take care of it." They both turned. The man looked to be in his mid-50s. Nothing flashy about him. Simple coat. Quiet confidence. The kind of person who didn't rush or explain himself unless needed. "I'll pay for the shoes," he said. Then, after a brief pause, "and a few pairs of socks. He'll need those too." The boy froze. "Sir, you don't have to." "I know," the man said gently. "That's why I want to." Helen rang up the items, her hands moving on instinct while her heart worked overtime. The boy clutched the bag like it might disappear. "Thank you," he whispered, barely audible. The man crouched down to his level. "What's your name?" "Daniel." "Well, Daniel," he said, "promise me something." Daniel nodded immediately. "When you're older and you see someone struggling, you stop. You help if you can, even if it's something small." Daniel nodded again, more firmly this time. The man paid, gave Helen a polite nod, and walked out without another word. Helen thought that would be the end of it. It wasn't. She saw the man again the following week, and the week after that. Sometimes alone, sometimes with Daniel. Over time, she learned his story in fragments. His wife had passed away years earlier. No children, a quiet house, long evenings with nothing waiting for him. Helping, she realized, had given his days shape again. By winter, he was helping Daniel with homework twice a week. By spring, Daniel's mother had found a better job, helped by a recommendation the man had quietly arranged. Helen would tell people later that she didn't witness an act of charity that day. She witnessed a moment where 2 lives changed direction, all because someone chose not to walk past a need. Sometimes, that's all it takes. Like, share, comments, and remember, subscribe for more stories. Thanks for watching.